Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we diving into the luxury life of Princess Beatrice, the eldest daughter of Prince Andrew, Duke of York, and Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York, has lived a life that's nothing short of extraordinary. Born on August 8, 1988, she holds the title of Princess of York and is ninth in line to the British throne. But behind the polished royal facade lies a life that many would call insane, filled with privilege, controversy, luxury, and some surprising struggles. From the day she was born, Princess Beatrice was destined for a life in the spotlight. As the first child of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, she became the Queen's fifth grandchild and immediately one of the most recognized young royals in Britain. Unlike her cousins, William and Harry, who were groomed directly for frontline royal duties, Beatrice's role has always been a little unusual. She has the title of princess, but not the same level of responsibility or expectation. This halfway position between royal duty and private citizen has created a lifestyle that blends the best of both worlds, lavish royal privileges and the freedom of a wealthy private individual. Let's start with education. Beatrice attended some of the best schools in the UK, including St George's School in Ascot, where she excelled in drama and history. Later, she attended Goldsmiths, University of London, graduating with a degree in history and history of ideas. Her education alone shows how different her path was compared to many royals, who often stick to military service or traditional roles. Beatrice instead pursued academics and showed an early interest in the arts, philanthropy, and business. But her insane life isn't just about books and study, it's about the royal lifestyle. From a young age, Beatrice lived inside palatial homes. She grew up in the massive Royal Lodge in Windsor Great Park, a residence that sits on 21 acres of land with sweeping views and a history dating back to the 17th century. Just imagine growing up where your playground isn't a local park but a sprawling royal estate with its own lakes, gardens, and woodlands. That was Beatrice's childhood. Her wealth is another insane aspect of her life. While she isn't one of the richest royals in the world, her net worth is estimated to be around $5 million. She benefits from trust funds set up by the Queen and her parents, along with various investments and her husband's fortune. Speaking of her husband, Beatrice married Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi, a wealthy Italian property developer, in 2020. Their wedding, though small because of the pandemic, was held at the Royal Chapel of All Saints in Windsor, and she wore a vintage gown loaned by the Queen herself. That gown was originally worn by Queen Elizabeth in the 1960s. Just another example of how insanely unique Beatrice's life really is. Edoardo himself comes from serious wealth. His family is nobility in Italy, with aristocratic roots and business empires in real estate. By marrying Edoardo, Beatrice not only kept her royal status but added a new layer of billionaire lifestyle into her already privileged life. Together, they move in circles most people only dream of: lavish vacations in St. Moritz, exclusive parties in London, and connections with European high society. But Beatrice's insane life also has a twist. She actually holds a job. Unlike senior royals, Beatrice works in the business world. She has taken roles in finance, consulting, and most recently at Affinity, a tech company specializing in artificial intelligence. Imagine being a princess and also clocking in for corporate board meetings. It's not the average royal life. Then there's her style. Beatrice has long been known for bold fashion choices, sometimes sparking international headlines. Who can forget her infamous pretzel hat at Prince William and Kate Middleton's wedding in 2011? That hat became an internet sensation, turning her into a meme overnight. Instead of hiding from the criticism, Beatrice leaned into it and auctioned the hat for charity, raising over $130,000. This shows another insane aspect of her life: her ability to turn fashion controversies into charitable opportunities. Despite her privilege, Beatrice has also faced challenges. She was diagnosed with dyslexia as a child, and while that could have been a setback, she used her platform to advocate for children with learning difficulties. she became a patron of several charities focusing on dyslexia and education. Her insane life isn't just about wealth and status, it's also about resilience and using her voice for positive causes. Travel is another area where her life seems unreal. Beatrice has traveled the world extensively, both for leisure and charity. From safaris in Africa to skiing trips in Switzerland and attending elite events in New York, her passport is filled with stamps from the most luxurious and exclusive places on earth. Ordinary people save for years for just one of these trips, but for Beatrice, it's part of her lifestyle. Family drama, though, is one thing that has always followed her. Her father, Prince Andrew, has been caught up in scandals that rocked the royal family, from his controversial ties with Jeffrey Epstein to his forced stepping down from royal duties. Being his daughter has placed Beatrice in difficult positions, often under media scrutiny. Yet, she's managed to maintain her dignity and keep a low-profile approach, showing that even amid controversy, her life is anything but ordinary. Another insane part of her story is her closeness to Queen Elizabeth II. Beatrice wasn't just another grandchild, she was one of the Queen's favourites. Her wedding being hosted in a royal chapel during the pandemic was proof of that closeness. And when the Queen passed away in 2022, Beatrice was seen mourning alongside the senior royals, showing her importance in the inner royal circle. Today, Beatrice lives a life that's a mix of fairy tale and reality check. She enjoys royal privileges, attending state banquets, wearing tiaras, traveling by private jets, but also lives a somewhat normal life with her husband and daughter, Sienna. Balancing these two worlds makes her life uniquely insane. She's not a working royal in the same sense as William or Kate, but she's not fully a private citizen either. This middle ground gives her the freedom to enjoy the perks of royalty without the crushing pressure of being a future monarch. At the end of the day, Princess Beatrice's life is insane because it combines contradictions. She is royal but also relatable, privileged but also hardworking, glamorous but also grounded. From palaces to boardrooms, from controversies to charities, her journey is one that constantly blurs the line between royalty and modern life. And as time goes on, her influence within the royal family continues to grow. With the new generation of royals stepping into the spotlight, Princess Beatrice remains one of the most fascinating figures to watch, proof that being born royal doesn't mean living a predictable life. In fact, in her case, it means living an insane one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.